Hey, this is Carmel, www.beingandbecoming.life, and this is your daily download. Just been for a bit of a swim. There. It's a pretty nice day here. Watching the vibrancy of Mother Nature turn it on for us, you know. It's a profound now moment when we literally plug into the earth and realize that we can live off the electromagnetic frequencies of Mother Earth. Brings a whole new thought wave for me personally to the EMFs of a 5G cell phone tower, for example, which, you know, I've fought to get them out of my village and won so far. We'll see what happens. But I'm starting to wonder if we've even been sort of duped there too. We're evolutionary creatures in an evolving cosmos. And if we are truly evolutionary creatures in an evolving cosmos, then we are of the nature of nature itself, in the same way that, for example, the iguana. Did you know? I learned this through my 4-year-old, and we looked it up and we found it was true, that the iguana has survived from prehistoric times. It was always a land dweller, and now it swims as well. There's a certain kind of iguana, look it up, I forget what kind it is. There's a certain kind of iguana that is adapted to being able to swim very deep, long, far. It's like a swimming lizard. We are adaptable too. Who knows the ways in which we're adaptable? What if we can adapt to anything we choose to intend to adapt around? What if we can adapt to overcome the EMFs of all of the radiation that we have around us, that those of us like myself have come to believe that is really unhealthy? What if there's a way we can tune into that and become healthier because of it? We might have to, bearing in mind what's going on in the fucking world. So I guess the daily download crux today is, what narrative have you bought into that you've been supporting that is now controlling you? Because that which you support controls you, right? So what are you supporting that you perhaps used to agree with, and it perhaps used to serve you in agreeing with it, but it doesn't anymore? It's like in therapy, which I'm not totally into these days. Because we don't really need therapy, we just need to get to know who we really are. When we get to know who we really are and we increase our self-awareness and we're familiar with our story, then it doesn't really matter what dysfunctional upbringing we might have had. We can just see it for what it is and live through it anyway, without needing to blame, shame, or point fingers at the upbringing that we had. But for argument's sake, what if you look at the part of you that believes you'll only be healthy if this, and this is in place. If I eat kale and drink smoothies, become vegan, practice yoga, and meditate daily 2 or 3 times for at least 20 minutes. Or I'll only be healthy if I run every day and pump myself full of protein powders and scream from the top of a mountain. None of these things, there's nothing wrong with any of them, but what if you've prescribed for them so long that your body is now using them as an excuse not to evolve beyond where you're at now? Everything takes us to a certain level, and then if we hang on to it and keep prescribing to that way of being, then the body-mind becomes complacent. It needs to be shaken up a bit. We need to destructure our ways of being and doing and thinking and feeling and behaving in order to cross-train the different variables and aspects of our multidimensionality. Because there's always more to go. You never arrive anywhere. You never get there. So there's no point in waiting for some elusive point in the future for when everything's going to be okay. I mean, the amount of times I've heard someone saying, oh, I'm just waiting till I get to this point and then everything will be fine, or I just need to wait for this to happen. Or the amount of times I've been in a relationship where I've said, I just am waiting for this, that and the other to happen for that other person, and then once that's happened, maybe we can focus on us then. It doesn't happen like that. What it happens like is you be in this now moment and you be present with everything in this now moment, including the fun man driving past. He's like 80, driving this ATV slowly along the beach. You know, you just be in this now moment, present with what is, open to allowing more and more into it at any given time, and to letting more and more out of it at any given time without being attached to it. If it's really, really great and fun and beautiful, you appreciate it and you love the shit out of it. If it's really challenging and hard and difficult and you don't know how to navigate it and what to do with it and you're hating it, well, you appreciate for the lessons you're getting there and you love the shit out of it. You know, it's the same thing as when you try to push it away and accept it or reject it or make it good or bad or right or wrong or in or out, or say yes or no to it, and you're so binary over it. That's when it causes oxidation in your thought patterns and thinking, and it makes you become rigid in the inflammation that it causes in your body. If you don't just don't accept or reject, and you just be present with what is, and you don't cling to it being a certain way and needing stuff to go back to normal or stay old, stay how it has been in the past, in that old way of working, that's when you don't evolve. That's when you really age and decay and die, because the world in this now moment is completely different to what it was like yesterday. Just like it'll be completely different again tomorrow, and God knows what it's going to look like in 2 years' time or 10 years' time. If you're still rejecting technology and rejecting artificial intelligence and rejecting whatever, then you're in a place of resistance. And when you're in a place of resistance, you're not in a place of flow, and therefore you can't evolve and grow. So if you want to work on your own spots of resistance and step into what's true for you and bust through those old patterns and cycling that's holding you back and keeping you stuck in a paradigm that actually doesn't exist anymore, let's work on your frequency and your resonance so you can come to a harmonic way of living that really does serve you in an emerging earth that's now something that we're walking upon. It's here now. All right, that's me. www.beingandbecoming.life. I'm Carmel, and I love you.